Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're doing very well. Whatever part of the world you're in, whatever part of your morning it is, I hope it's either starting well or ending well, or you know what? Just have a good morning. And that's going to be the end of the broadcast. Thanks, guys. No, just fucking with you. I'm probably going to piss some people off. My title wasn't entirely clickbaity. I saw an article earlier. I talked about it a little tiny bit on Lords of the Night, but it pissed me off a little bit. I don't know if you guys know this. It seems to be a secret out there. But men and women are different. We're built different. Men are bigger and stronger than women. And I know women don't like to hear that. It's like, oh, no, I'm just as strong as men. No, you're really fucking not. You're really not. Nuts, I love you, sweetie. And if I say anything tonight that upsets you, I apologize. Because I, of course, will have to be, I might have to make a couple of jokes here and there. But this is a serious subject because they're going to get people hurt. They're going to get people hurt because this time they're trying, and they've been doing this for just a little while, they're trying to convince us that men and women can compete in sports together. And they're trying to find a way to make it happen by ignoring biology, apparently. Fuck, where the hell's that thing at? Oh, there it is. Now, you know, I really should go dig up this actual article. What's the name of this? Why it might be time to eradicate sex segregation. That should be easy enough to find. Why? Whoops. Yeah, I should have probably pulled this up for the show, but as I've reminded you many, many times, I'm the least professional monkey on the internet. Why might be time? The autofill was why it might be time to quit your job. I don't have a fucking job. To eradicate. How many fucking articles can there be like that? All right. This comes to us from The Conversation. And for some reason, the O in conversation is a weird Q. Oh, I know why. I know why. This is a gay place, ain't it? Academic rigor, journalistic flair. Okay. Anyway, in many areas, gender equality has been improving gradually. But this is not the case in sports, where women continue to be banned for being insufficiently feminine to be permitted to compete. Jack, how you doing, man? Good to hear. Do I have my volume down, or did he just not speak? Okay. I threw out some invites. I don't know who's going to come, but Jack is here. Jack is gone. He'll be back. He's got to fix his mic. That happens sometimes. So we've had these issues, very few.
Garbage internet. How you doing, man?
I'd be a lot better if I'd plugged in my fucking headphones.
I know the feeling.
There we go. Let's try that again. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I heard you were going to piss some people off, so I thought I went in on that.
Yeah, we got to talk about women tonight, man.
All right.
And look, I'm actually doing this because I do like women. I don't want to see women get hurt. And we've already seen that in like MMA. They actually have fucking trans MMA fighters beating the fuck out of women.
Yeah, somebody's going to get killed.
Yeah. And not, we're not talking about, oh, they're going to get beat up. But no, they're going to get killed.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. I mean, there's already... Like in boxing, there's that one-punch kill that's happened several times.
Yeah.
It's happened in street fights, and that's a man versus a man. You get somebody with enough testosterone smacking a woman right in the face, she's going to die.
Yeah, you get it right, and especially in a sport like MMA where you have things like ground and pound.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't watch MMA, that's where you get your opponent down on the ground. You just start beating the fuck out of them. Punching him in the face until the ref finally calls it.
That's what Trayvon Martin did to George Zimmerman, and then he got shot.
Then he got shot. Jeez.
Well, there wasn't a bell around.
That's true, yeah. There was no ref to tap out on that one. But yes, this is International Women's Day. I feel like this is a good time to have this conversation. I should have put that in the fucking title.
You should call it International Sandwich Day.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Anyway, in our research, we argue that one way to move beyond problematic gender barriers is to eradicate sex segregation completely and replace it with a system similar to that used in Paralympic sport. I think he just called women retarded or handicapped.
Well, shoes fitting, you know.
Who wrote this? I want to know if I'm talking about a man or a woman here. Oh, this is a woman, Rosalind Kerr. You dirty Kerr. Might be care. It's key. It's key. Kerr.
That Kerr, sounds right? Like Kerr to me.
Historically, women have been required to undergo humiliating sex testing procedures in order to compete in sports. More recently, such testing has been suspended owing to the lack of consensus about which traits make someone male or female.
A ding dong and a vajayjay.
I hate to use this because I know everybody says it, but it's 2019. It's 2019, and we're asking what makes a woman and a man a man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna end up in some bizarro world puritanical society.
Oh, wait till I get to her suggestion. I'm gonna have so much fun with that. But okay, look, the majority of the world, and not just of the U.S., of the world, male has a penis that's very recognizable. Woman has a vagina, very recognizable. That's it. That's where we know, oh, you're a boy, you're a girl. It's really not that hard. And in the few cases where we do have questions, like she's going to come up with, I know what she's going to come up with because we read a story just the other day about this. Occasionally, some women, they test high for testosterone. You know why? Because they're doping.
Yeah.
But no, they're naturally producing a whole bunch of extra testosterone for no fucking reason.
It just doesn't happen.
It does. They're fucking doping. But no, we gotta make sure that. Anyway, in 2012, several women underwent surgery in order to meet the requirements to compete in the women's events at the Olympic Games, even though they had always identified as women and externally appeared to be women. What surgery? Let's see. She has a link here. Let's check that out.
I can sense your rage.
I'm annoyed by this shit because they're gonna get someone killed.
Yep. That's casualties of war, as it were. They see that as acceptable percentages. Hey, Polly.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Comic Book Curation. I'm Polly. And
hi, Polly. How are you tonight?
Oh, hey. What are you doing here, monkey?
I'm ranting. How you doing, man? Oh man, let's see.
I was listening for the past couple of minutes, and I was like, "Oh, they're talking about fighting. I want to come on." I just watched the Thrill in Manila, the entire boxing match, and then I realized you were talking about
look at this,
men beating up women. I mean, women beating up women, and then I was like, "Oh God, yeah."
Ali's daughter boxes. Do you think it would be fair if Muhammad Ali got in the ring with his daughter in his prime?
I think that's fair. Seriously, that match I had heard about the Thrill in Manila for a long time. This 1975 boxing match.
That's a good match.
I knew it was Frazier and Ali, and I heard it was like, you haven't seen anything, do you see it? But I had never actually seen it, and then I saw it. No, the answer is no. It would not be fair for Muhammad Ali, and I guess it's arguable from what I understand that 75 wasn't even his prime anymore.
No,
God damn, Frazier took some beatings. Like it was. Anyway, no, it would totally not be fair to answer your question. It would be fucking brutal. Jesus.
I mean, even Butterbean on his worst day.
Fucking Butterbean. He was great.
Okay. Just sort of like to, I don't know, riff off of what you're saying. As I understand it, like it's okay. There's this given amount of testosterone in the blood that is used for this kind of standard. It's like you have to have been off of you know, whatever. But it's like, but there's more than that. If you've been a male for a certain amount of time, you have X amount of bone density, X amount of muscle density, and it's actually quantifiable. How do you understand what I mean? Like, it's not just presence of testosterone in the blood.
I'm telling you, man, biology is the hate science. They do not respect it at all, and it's just filled with all these hate facts that they cannot get around. And they're going to try and censor or change the science of biology.
But I mean, they're all too willing, it seems, to accept the idea of like, well, I pass this test or meet this qualification of having only X amount milligrams per milliliter of testosterone in my blood, or whatever the figure is, and they point at that. They say, what do you mean I passed that amount, or so and so according to their own standards? And it's like, yeah, but that's like a scientific, well, it's a biologically derived amount. And it's like, yeah, well, then why aren't you talking about the other things that enable someone to beat the ever-loving hell out of someone? Like, well, bone density and muscle density and so forth.
Well, they don't bring up bone density, but here's this chick. We're going to jump to the end. This is her idea to make sports fair.
I'm already angry. Go ahead.
What they're going to do is, what she suggests is that you have two categories, okay?
Okay.
For each event, whatever the event is, she uses sprinting, high jumping, and long distance swimming. Okay. In the now I sound like fucking Coach Red Pill. If I say okay again, slap me.
Okay.
Anyhow, I just caught myself doing it. I'm like, stop it. In category 1 for sprinting, people with greater muscle mass, greater levels of fast twitch fibers would be in that group.
Mm-hmm. Fast twitch. I remember hearing him.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. In category 2, it'll be people with less muscle mass and lower levels of fast twitch fibers. So you're going to have the good people and then the bad people. Or when it comes to sports, you're going to have the men and the women.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll still find a way to call it sexist either way.
For high jump, people with greater muscle mass and taller will be in category 1. People with lesser muscle mass and shorter will be in category 2. It's almost like the better athletes will be in one group and the lesser athletes will be in the second group.
So it'll be a kind of a different stratas of qualities. So you're talking about segregation.
Yes. Okay, if you apply this logically, okay, women will not be in either group because
okay, I was gonna say, how do you figure? Go on.
Okay, let's say category 1, they pick the top 10 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of the top 10 best athletes in sprinting do you think are women? Exactly. How many do you think in the top 20 are women?
Maybe 1.
So what you're going to do is you're going to have a category filled with men, the best of the best men, and then a category filled with the second best of the best men. Men are just stronger and faster, more agile, and more built for competition than women are. It's not sexist. It's fucking life.
It's evolution. It's how we killed all those mastodons and whatnots.
Well, okay. If this is true, it just kind of my mind got thinking about this. You have physiologically people that have given traits that make them better at certain kinds of competition. What are women better at naturally? There has to be something. I mean, we can joke and say, "Oh, that better making sandwiches," but
making babies.
Well, okay, but I mean, physical competitive competition. There's got to be. Oh, come on. There's got to be some kind of sport that they have a natural advantage at over them. Gymnastics and balance beam and shit like that. They absolutely dominate over men. They got that lower center of balance. They seem to be more spry and so forth.
The silent treatment, they're really good at that too.
The problem with the gymnastics one is that gymnastics is judged on opinion. There's no set. It's not like when you hit a home run, you get a point. In gymnastics, like, okay, she did a harder floor routine, so even though she fell once, she's going to get a better score than the chick who did a easier routine but never fell. It's really hard to do that. And then if you look at things like the rings, which the women don't do in gymnastics because they're not strong enough. Maybe if you're talking about somebody launching themselves on like the vault or something. And yes, I love gymnastics. I really do. But I think that's hard to compare. Thank you, James Colley. Women are better at being snarky cunts. Science. Fuck you. You're going to get me in trouble. I haven't even got there yet. I don't know, Polly. Maybe gymnastics. But anything that has to do with going faster, jumping higher, jumping longer, it's going to be men. Because we're just built for it.
We're fucking better than you.
We are fucking better than you. And that's not disparaging women. Look, I love women, and I love watching them like play volleyball in their little bathing suits. Oh God, I love watching women's beach volleyball.
Yeah,
it's something else. It really is.
Look, and I love the game too, but it's just made better with women in bikinis.
You know why I love women's beach volleyball? It's like they really do look like superheroes. Because they've got like that super strong core, like they're muscular and athletic. Don't tell me that real people don't look like that, because go watch beach volleyball. They literally do look like the hottest member of the X-Men. Like Jack knows what I'm talking about here. Like,
I watch a lot of beach volleyball in the Olympics.
And the best shape I was ever in, I was playing beach volleyball like 4 times a day. We had a sand court in our neighborhood, and I used to play every fucking day, several times a day. That shit will kick your ass. Thank you, Cassie. Is it less inflammatory if I say women are better at being snarky? See you next Tuesday. Also, hi, Polly. I prefer see you next time, which is what I end all of my videos with, if anybody's ever paid attention. And yes, hi, Eve. How are you? She said I stole you. Were you talking with Eve before I grabbed you?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Look, we just need to
wait. Is it possible you don't know that you were talking to Eve?
No, what I mean to say is I had Discord up, and there's nobody in voice chat or anything. It's not like
so you just sitting around talking to yourself, and she's like, "Hey, I can hear Polly talking. He must be talking to me."
My conversations with myself are not subject for this discussion, sir.
Yeah, I think we've got to the heart of the matter. All right, sorry, Monkey. I just was confused by this.
No, I get you. I get you. I was confused myself. Men and women are different. And I feel like that's something that should be acknowledged on International Women's Day.
That's something that we should be embracing. They're the other half of the equation. We work together as a unit. That's how it works.
I can't believe I spend a significant amount of my time in a place where somebody's saying men and women are different, and it's like, whoa, Monkey, with the crazy talk there.
How dare you, sir?
It's like it's such a banal statement that IRL, if you were to say that, people would just kind of look at you like, go on, waiting for you to make a point. You know what I mean?
Depends where you're at.
Real quick, Chaos says, are we talking about trans again? No, that this was not about trans. Well, I think that's kind of what they're pushing without actually saying it. But they're trying to suggest that we just need different classes so that, women can compete okay. Oh, Jordan put up some pictures of male gymnasts, man. Those fuckers are ripped, man. Dude,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, but they have like the yoga body as opposed to the bodybuilder bodies. Like I went down to the Arnold Sports Fest because it's in Columbus every year. And they have it at the convention center. And I'll tell you, man, those female gymnasts are still pretty hot, even though they're pretty toned. But the male gymnasts, they don't look as ripped as the bodybuilders. The bodybuilders tend to be a lot more top heavy with muscles, but the gymnasts tend to be more all around built.
I'm showing some of the pictures on the screen here. That motherfucker's ripped. Look at that dude's thighs, man. Fuck.
That is gross.
I would die if I tried to do this.
Yeah, look at that guy's arms and shoulders. Like, holy shit, buddy.
My muscles hurt looking at this.
Yeah. I would be on my face so fast. And then that's just the guy. Yeah, this is the kind of guy you're talking about, Jack, where he's not as ripped, he's more wiry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Some of these boys are fucking. You ever tried to do rings? They used to make us try to do them in I think it was junior high school. They brought them in because for some reason, maybe it was even the end of elementary school. They'd make us do gymnast stuff, and like we all just fell all the time, except for the one kid who could like do backflips all across the damn gym. His name was Herbert, by the way. Very good, and a very good singer.
He had to be good at something with a name like Herbert.
Yeah, he's a black guy named Herbert.
Ooh,
I think his parents hated him.
I think so too.
But yeah, Herbert could sing really well, and he could do a standing backflip. Like, fuck you, man. I tried that and busted my head. Didn't stop me from trying again and again. But yeah, they brought out the rings and like that T thing they do. Nope. You need some serious muscles to do that shit. Anyway, as we come into International Women's Day, I thought it would be a good idea to ask the panel, what do women mean to you? Polly,
yes.
What do women mean to you?
That's a very general question.
Don't be sexist. Answer.
Don't think about it, Polly. Just answer.
What do women mean to me? I don't know. It's so vague. I don't know.
Fuck you, James Colley. Thank you for the donation. He says, monkey, conquer the stairs first, then Jim. You're an asshole, but I love you. Okay, Jack, what do women mean to you?
Oh, so many things. I have a love-hate relationship with women. I love them, but from a distance. Because they annoy the fuck out of me.
So is that because of a court order?
No. Although the restraining orders have not caught up with me. No, I mean, women are very complicated creatures. So the answer to that is very complicated. Because on one hand, I hate them. Because they're so finicky. And they can't make up their mind about what they actually want. On the other hand, I love them. Because they have vaginas. And they smell nice.
Yes, and they're soft.
Yeah, they're soft. And they like pretty things. And they're always like, you know, the good ones are happy most of the time. They pretend to be.
Yeah, one of my favorite things when I hug Lady Monkey and she fits right under my chin, so I can rest my head on her and I can smell her hair like, oh, you smell so nice. I just want to hold you and protect you from everything. You know, women to me, they don't mean anything much. I'm kidding. I'm actually probably I'm a giant pushover when it comes to women. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
I want to be a hard ass, but like if my daughter gives me the puppy dog eyes, it's like, whatever you want, honey. Whatever you want, I will get it for you.
See, that's what I mean. You went, as I said, it was too general. It would be like, what does the lady in your life mean to you? You know, what does a woman you're in love with or pining after mean to you? You went from your wife to your daughter, like you could have went to your cousin. I mean, it's so general. I don't know.
Well, yes, it is. And you know why? Because International Women's Day is fucking general. What the fuck does that mean? Hey, it's Women's Day. Okay.
They want it to be vague, though.
I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know, but let's say I were to make up off the top of my head a reason for International Women's Day, it would be like recognizing the struggles, contributions, history of women around the world in such a way as to uplift the gender. And do you know what I mean?
Stupid. Yeah, you're right, but that's fucking stupid. Real quick, we have a birthday. It's Circus Zero's birthday even. Oh, I love Cirque. Cirque, you are awesome, man. And it's just now his birthday, so he's got the whole
Oh.
Whole next 24 hours to go. And we're going to start it off like this. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat, Shabbat.
Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat, Shabbat.
Happy birthday, dear Circus Zero.
Shabbat, Shabbat.
Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat, Shabbat.
Happy birthday, Cirque. I hope
Happy
you have
birthday.
a great one. I really do. What were we talking about? We were dissing women. That's right. Oh, no, we were dissing the day.
I love how Jack went full Dean Martin in the middle of it. Happy birthday. Like that little talk stylation in the middle. I dug that.
I assure you it's been one of those days.
Let's see what International Women's Day means to the world.
So speaking of female volleyball players, real quick.
Sure.
Like I said, it's great. They're like fake ass comic book characters, but come to life because you really can't look this way when you train all the time. It's a thing. Carolina and Seldago and her twin sister. Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even posing. They're just talking to somebody in an interview in the middle of a game. I mean, my God, ladies, my God.
I want to interview them in my bedroom.
Like they're not even training for anything. It's just they got all this massively, like they got like real big core strength for doing all them spikes and shit like that. And you see the ones like this, it's like, oh my God, woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's just lean.
How can you look at someone like this and not feel like an exceptionally lazy person, man or woman? You know what I mean? Like
she needs more ramen in her life.
Yeah,
hey,
like,
Polly,
right.
I am okay with who I am. And as a lazy person, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but look at this girl. I mean, that is just all muscle.
Yeah, it's hot.
That girl ain't got an ounce of fat on her.
It's like
I got plenty if she wants some.
How can you look at someone like that or the previous picture, like both of them, and just be like, okay, I eat terribly and I don't exercise and like I don't get out enough.
Look at that V, man. Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
Kyler says I'll be back for reasons.
No, you won't. You're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my and I like there's this extra hot butt walking around in the background. I mean, holy shit, ladies. I don't know. It when you look at people like this that are like physically fit and active and out there and doing things, it's like, I don't know. Mary Sue writers, I think you should spend less time commiserating over your hate and cultivating the chip on your shoulder and get out there and exercise, because these people seem fit and healthy and happy and are ogled for it. You know what I mean?
I just like that it says medley across her crotch.
It's their sponsor. Come on.
I'm sure it is. You open that up and you hear a nice little song. It whistles for you.
Oh, I think near the ocean.
No, guys, if you're near a beach or sand and you want to get in shape, just go run in the sand. Running in sand will kick your fucking ass. In Rocky 3, Apollo takes Rocky out running in the sand. You know why? Because that'll kick your fucking ass. That is an excellent workout. I'm not lying to you guys.
Faithless says they're shaming fat people just by standing there. Yep. Yep. It's cover up for you are making us feel bad. I can see that argument coming up. I really can. Well, beach volleyball's sexist and body shaming by its just virtue of the fact that you're making us feel bad. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. They don't have to wear those outfits. They really don't. I mean, they could wear like bicycle shorts or something. I don't want them to. But you know.
Well, the sand, it gets everywhere.
Or run in the snow if you're cold. I suppose. Eventually, you'll pack that all down, though. You will never pack sand down enough to not make you feel like your legs are rubber. Oh, I miss the beach. That's why I was in so good a shape back in Virginia. We were always at the beach. You know why? It was cheap, and I was poor. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That was a cheap way to go have fun. Go try to drown in the ocean. So I'm looking this up. What International Women's Day 2019 celebrations and protests take place around the globe. Well, these bitchin' what are they protesting now? God, they're always bitching.
Well, of course.
Let's see.
Bitch is gonna bitch, man.
Oh, these are different people who've just dropped in their little stories. I don't care about your little stories. I want to know what International Women's Day is. Let's see. Google celebrates International Women's Day with 13 quotes and doodles. Fuck.
That's mature. Maybe some macaroni art next.
A nice popcorn necklace.
Yeah.
Dr. Mae Jemison, back in 1956, or who was born in 1956, says, "Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations." That's actually good advice. But what's that got to do with women? James Colley, thank you. Open up the legs and one can smell the sea life. Now they look clean.
Yeah, I'd say they look beyond clean. Those are probably like the cleanest living people, where you would feel filthy by comparison.
Their vaginas have been sanded clean, man.
Oh, you don't they see? I think there's two ways you can react to something like that. Like, there's the reaction that we're all having, where it's like, yeah, I feel lazy. Oh, well, shut up. Like, it's, and then there's, yeah, I feel lazy. Now I need to go onto the internet and make them stop before I feel bad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's,
oh, you're right.
One person is like, man, I need to straighten up my life. The other person is, no, they need to downgrade their life.
Well, I could do something about it, but I'd prefer to make them change.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like, you need to come down to my level. I don't need to do anything. You need to stop doing things.
That's right. You need to eat more ramen. That's the problem in this situation.
I keep flashing back to the are you beach body ready? Remember that whole thing in the tube system in Britain? Fatties walk along and see some bikini lady, and it was like, they're trying to sell people a product. What was it? Protein shakes, meal replacement shakes, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to sell people a product that are interested in far gone physical fitness. That clearly isn't you, Shamu. And that's fine if you don't want to do that. But we need to take this poster down for I feel bad. Oh, shut up.
Real quick. Thank you, James Colley. Okay. Open the legs and find the pearl. Now you're talking. And Uncle Sam, thank you. The reason women have issues making decisions is because the last time a woman made a decision, she doomed all of humanity. Well played. That's an Eve joke, y'all. That's a Genesis joke.
Well, women are troublemakers throughout history. Pandora, the chick from Troy, Helen of Troy.
Helen.
Yeah, and Medusa. She got raped inside of Athena's temple, and then Athena got mad and turned her into a Gorgon.
Cleopatra was kind of a cunt.
Yeah, chicks are troublemakers, man. You got to keep an eye on them.
You do.
That's why I watch them through their windows so often.
My favorite part of that whole Britain thing, where they actually pulled those ads.
Yes.
Because it wasn't a realistic body type. It was a real goddamn woman.
Yeah. And I remember they went and interviewed that woman. Like, do you realize that the ad you were featured in is the center of a controversy? And she's like, what? Like, she was some Swedish model or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. And it's like, they asked her, like, what do you eat? And her answer is basically like, she eats like a rabbit, salads and whole grains. And, you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, shocker. The woman who's like thin and fit, she eats healthy. Wow. Yeah. And exercises like fucking crazy. Yeah. And it's
fucking monster.
I mean, I don't get it. Like, the advertisement seems to have hit the perfect nerve, because the whole point is, here's an example of an idealized specimen of a person. And it's meant to make you think, I could be like that, or at least I could, working with what I got, I can look far better than I do if I were just to eat right and be physically fit and so forth. What's the problem? Like, I don't know. It seems like that ad was dead on. I don't.
Nope. You're shaming people because they're stupid and lazy.
It's thin privileged.
If not everybody has the same body type, and I get the argument where it's like, that is, but not every woman's going to be able to be like that, and so on and so forth. And it's like, I don't know. It's the old argument. I'd love to be able to hit home runs, but I just don't have the body type for it. I'm tall and thinner of a person. I don't.
Yes, there are different body types. But there's no body type that's going to make you constantly fat. That is diet, exercise, maybe a disease if you have a very rare one. And no, PCOS does not count unless you've actually been to a doctor and been diagnosed with it. If you just looked it up on the internet and went, "Oh, that's why I'm fat," then you're fucking stupid. Dumpstertron, thank you so much. See what happens when you let them out of the kitchen. Yeah,
you could be Samoan. That's an excuse.
No.
You're not going to look like Salvador there.
They're thin Samoans.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle thing. And what pisses me off so much about it is that body positive. Well, you're not actually positive about your body. If you were, you'd stop fucking bitching that some skinny chick was on a fucking ad. I walked by and it made me sad. Well, you're not so positive about that body, are you, Tubby? Quote number 3 here has caught my eye. This is from Chimamanda Adichie, I think is how you say that. Chimamanda Adichie, who's 2 years younger than me, and she said, I matter equally. Not if only, not as long as, I matter. Full stop. That may be the saddest thing I've ever read. You shouldn't have to say that out loud. Who are you trying to convince, me or you? I've never had to go, I matter, damn it. Because I just know I do.
Hey, Jack.
Jack just said BRB.
Yeah. It's probably best he doesn't hear this. I just found the Japan girls beach volleyball team pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it might kill the man, you know. Him and his thing for the Asians and all.
We should just have that up for when he gets back.
Oh, holy Christ, woman. Okay, anyway. Just look at it.
Share.
We'll share. Let's see.
Lockmock says, if you have to say you're the king and all that jazz, yeah. I am somebody.
Make sure that all my
I'm good enough.
Corn is taken
smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
This is another picture of Saldago. I mean, goddamn woman.
Damn.
Wow.
James Colley, thank you. The sexiest Samoan woman, Nia Jax. Disagree with me? Fight me in Knoxville. I'm not sure who that is.
I mean, holy shit.
Look at the muscle tone on her.
Yeah. Like it's all like core and hips and thighs and like, god damn it, woman.
See, and that little spot,
ugly face going on here, but whatever. She's in the middle of she's efforting.
That little spot where the leg meets the body and it makes that perfect arrow pointing down to where you want to be.
Yeesh. She's just walking. I mean, that's all she's doing is just walking. So
yeah, she's super cute there. She's actually smiling and not looking like she's in the middle of like taking a poop.
Yeah, the other one looked like she was having a movement.
Yeah, but she's flexing though. I mean, come on, let's just. Woo.
No, nothing. I mean, I'm not. She's in the middle of playing, so her face doesn't count. That woman would break y'all. You ain't lying.
But what a way to go!
I'm telling you.
Hey, it's my goal to go out hard fucking.
Whoa.
Me too. And there's 2 reasons for that. 1, I think it would be a great way to go. And 2, I want to ruin sex for Lady Monkey after I die, so she never has it with anybody else.
Good thinking.
Yeah, I've planned this out.
I just want to ruin some whore's day.
Oh, she's just some horse. She might not even matter. Whoops.
Are you trying to say dead hookers don't matter? They matter.
The police don't think so. That's why it takes so long to catch serial killers. Like, oh, wow, we've had quite a few dead hookers lately.
More of a property crime than anything.
Wow.
James Colley says, the last female wrestler I found sexy was Chyna. She was doping, dude. I don't like women that look like buff dudes. Did you see those girls? They didn't have like big old puffed up muscles. They were naturally athletic and fit. I can't find anything that tells me what I'm supposed to do on this day. What am I supposed to do to celebrate this holiday? I want to be a good ally.
Go read about the women's.
Yeah, you got to respect the Whammons for 24 hours.
But how?
I don't know. They don't know what they want either. How would we know? You're just supposed to know. If you don't know, then it's on you.
If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
You ever got that line from a woman? If you don't know why I'm upset, I'm not going to tell you. Like,
absolutely.
Often.
Yeah. Everyone has.
Fuck. You don't even. There's no answer to that. Like, okay, I'm gonna go play video games. I'll see you later. Oh man. Kyler's going for a shower, and we heard. Respect him by eating that pussy. I'm happy to do so. I just don't think they need an international day for that. I never knew what International Women's Day was until I came to YouTube. And then like 3 years ago, it was all blown up everywhere. I'm like, the fuck is this? And
yeah, it sounds like some made up internet shit, doesn't it?
It is some made up internet shit. It was somebody goes, we should have an International Women's Day. And another woman went, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's not like that a female Jesus who was crucified that day. I mean, go ahead.
I really think it's one of those things where someone will suggest an idea and there doesn't really seem to be a basis for it, or at least a point. Like, what is it we're going to do with it? And then the social justice stick gets swung. It's like, so what you're saying is you don't think, you're against the idea of a Women's Day. And the person's like, no. Okay, then we're going to go ahead with it then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, Stargazer says, what do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? Now. Yes. Yes. That is women in a nutshell. And I don't get why y'all are like that. Somebody some woman put on Twitter, I forget which one it was, that the reason women have problems deciding where to eat is because they're not paying, and they don't want to pick the wrong thing when he's paying. I'm like, that's bullshit. My wife pays and she still won't fucking pick. She takes me out to eat, and like I ask her, where do you want to go? And she goes, I don't know. And we've had that same goddamn conversation for 25 fucking years.
See, I've got a solution for that. See, first option is called not picking, and then it forces them to pick, or just keep saying, I don't care. Well, eventually they'll stop asking you.
No, 25 years I've said I don't care, because look, my wife is a picky eater. I am not. So I can find something to eat anywhere. I have no problem. And I'm not that picky about. There's very few times when we go out and it's like, oh, you know what I really want is Taco Bell. It's like, oh, there's Taco Bell. Let's stop by there. That's how it goes with me. She's a picky eater. So I'm like, honey, whatever you want, let's just go there. She's like, well, what do you want? Like, oh my fucking God. So I give her choices. It's like, okay, pick one of these three. And then we'll get almost there. And she goes, are you sure you want this? I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm going to put my head through the windshield. NCAP Jack, thank you. Just because I like you. Also, UBI equals mentally defective. What is UBI?
It's like, yeah, I don't know.
TBI is a traumatic brain injury. I assume a UBI is a uterus brain injury.
Uterine brain injury?
I don't know how biology works.
Secretary's Day makes sense. Stupid, but I get it. But Women's Day, nope. Secretary's Day does make sense. It's the day you thank your secretary for everything she's done for you, because she's basically your bitch, or he. I know we have male secretaries now. Like
handies and blowjobs?
Yeah. UBI is communism. Okay, gotcha. Universal basic income. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. I saw a big thing about that today. There's a big push for it, and they were blaming Bezos for it. Like, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about the dead air there, guys. I was coughing. Because he's working on automating things within Amazon that's costing people their job. So what we need to do is take all of his money and give it to everyone else. because the job's going to get done anyway.
That's not how anything works.
Well, it's okay because the universal basic income is going to be $1,000.
Yeah, and then the prices on everything will go up.
Do you think you could live on $12,000 a year?
I have done it. It's not fun.
I've done it.
It sucks.
Exactly. I did that in the first year of my master's program.
Yeah, you're dirt poor.
Sure.
I mean, you're gonna probably live in a pretty sketch neighborhood if you even have remotely shitty credit.
Thank you, James Colley. $1 million idea. Make a bar and grill called I Don't Know and a strip club called I Don't Care. There you go. That way when you ask your woman where she wants to eat, I don't care. All right, here we go. We're going to go look at titties while we scarf down a questionable hamburger.
Yeah, we got a bar down by Ohio State called the Library.
Oh, nice.
So you can go to the library and study.
Reno says, if everybody has $1,000, then $1,000 becomes rather worthless. I don't think these people understand what living on $12,000 a year is.
Because they've never done it before.
Yeah, you're eating half a pack of ramen a day, guys. But yeah, that's their thought. We're going to take all of Bezos's money, give it to everybody in the U.S. What is that? What does that work out to? Well, that's like 340 million people in the country, right?
Yeah, give or take a few illegals.
Times 1,000 equals $340 billion. How much does Bezos have?
I don't think it's
how much money does he have? What's he worth? Let's see.
Well, did 0.4% of it was 250 million.
What?
There was a joke on Nick Rakita's channel when he was talking about the Covington Catholics Sandman. Nick Sandman was suing the Washington Post for $250 million. And he did the math, and that equals up to 0.4% of Jeff Bezos's net worth.
According to this article here, as of January 12th, he was worth $137 billion.
Okay.
1 month of paying everybody in the country $1,000. And granted, okay, we could take off for kids. So you have it. If you count the kids too, it's 340 billion, more than twice his net worth. Well, just about twice his net worth. So yeah, we get about 1 month of payments, guys.
Is this some of that Common Core math?
It must be. Every time these fucking idiots say shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You never do the fucking math. If 340 million, half of that is shit. I just had, what, it was 167? No.
Sure.
150 and 20. So 170-ish. 170 million people. Literally 1 month of payment he could cover by his net worth as of January 12th. And then after that, I don't know what you're going to do. Because he's the richest man in the country and you just took all of his fucking money.
Well, they're going to have to keep going down that list.
Oh, they're fucking morons. Like, he has a bunch of money. We should all have some too. Get out there and do something worth having money, you fucktard.
Yeah, envy is a really nasty thing. It's okay to have different types of people. Some will be rich, some will be poor. Why do they not understand this?
Oh my. Jordan has sent us some pictures over on the Twitter. Make sure you check them out. Some volleyball players. Ooh, damn. Nice work, girls. Anyway, did you guys see? I know you watched it, Jack. Did you watch that video that I tweeted out, Polly?
The video you tweeted out?
Yeah, I retweeted it. I'm gonna throw it in chat, guys. Go watch it. It's only like 30 seconds long. It's Go watch. I don't want to tell you about it. Go watch it real fast.
Okay.
Well, you know which one I'm talking about, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything for Polly.
Me neither.
There it is.
So I'm gonna try to be quiet. Do you see this motherfucker over on Twitter? I'm gonna pull his picture up and just post it in the chat. Somebody turned him into the Hulk, but this is what this motherfucker looks like in real life, but without the green. That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's scary.
That dude's got a pituitary gland problem or something.
He's got a steroid problem, more likely.
He doesn't have that steroid body, really, though.
Well, he might just be like a Russian.
He's got weird nipples, too.
Yeah, for a dude, he does.
Those stick out quite far. They shouldn't cause their own shadow.
Maybe it's cold out there.
I don't think that cold.
Even his nipples lift weights.
Yeah, my nipples don't poke out like that.
Mine either.
I have nice little nipples.
But I'm not going to tell that guy that his nipples are weird.
Yeah, no shit.
It's okay. What is the exact percentage of girls Tyrone knocked up? Oh my god! I love how it ends with the random driver being asked, "Hey, you're black. Do you find this offensive?" Like, just and she's like, "Wow." It's like, yeah. What else are you gonna say? I hear you.
Yeah, I watched. I'm like, somebody is trying to quit his job the hard way.
Yeah.
Hey, some people, when they get fired, you don't just burn a bridge. You salt the earth and kill all the villagers, dude.
Holy shit.
Did they didn't show the teacher. I wonder what color he is.
Oh, I think we can all guess that he's some angry little white guy.
I hope he's black, because that would be funny as hell.
Before he needs to steal ammunition. You can't just say he's out of ammo. It's like, now he's forced to steal it.
Now he's got to go steal ammo. Yeah. They made it as racist as possible.
I think Tyrone really wasn't trying very hard with the scenario, because if there's 20 bitches in his gang and he only got 4 pregnant,
he only knocked up 20%.
Yeah, but he probably just ran out of condoms for that part.
Oh yeah, he had 16 condoms. Oh, that's weird.
Can't we just be happy that his gang is gender inclusive?
He probably had 12 condoms, and 4 of the girls, they just weren't in the ovulation area,
or they were ugly.
He nutted on their face.
Yeah,
that's fair. No, he had to leave because of child support. The only part I'm surprised with the drive-by shooting that it wasn't like at a white person's house. Because that is a racist. That is a horribly racist test. I mean, it's still math. I mean,
yeah, it's just racist math.
Like I said, the answer for what percentage of the women did he knock up? That's 20. If you guys aren't good at math, Tyrone knocked up 20% of his. I want to read the rest of the test.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be online in a day or two.
I hope so, because I laughed so hard when I first watched that.
It's like that one the kid answered, if there are 4 ghosts and another ghost is added, how many are there? And the kid wrote 0 because ghosts aren't real.
Yes.
That poor kid doesn't understand. Ghosts are real.
Oh, my goodness. Captain Marvel has a rotten problem. Uh-oh.
It's men with their penises. Shaking fist.
Oh, dear God. The sub-headline for Marvel's first female-led superhero movie, the real enemy isn't on screen. It's on the internet.
Of course.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I got to find that. I hate when people... Okay, look. If you're going to tweet out a picture of a article, link the fucking article.
That was Sugar Tits, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was Sugar Tits, wasn't it?
Yeah, she does it all the time to me.
Yeah.
Her and Petite Nikoko both do this shit. Make me go looking for stuff.
I know. It's annoying.
It's a good
they're
thing
lucky they're hot Asians.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
If I didn't want to have sex with you.
What was it, Captain? And see, my memory is too fucked up to be going back and forth between has a rotten problem. I have to go back and forth to make sure I get the title right.
Yeah, it's not necessarily your memory so much as aging.
No, I've always been like this. I have trouble going back and forth, or like if I remember this, so you can go look it up, or remember a number. Those have always been things that fuck me over.
Yeah, same here.
That's like when somebody spells to me. Like if they're trying to spell something because there's a child around, it's like, can you write that down for me? I have no idea what you just spelled.
How long is this word?
The trolls are already. This is not the article. Did you guys see that? Is it Chelsea Manning now? Bradley Manning turned into Chelsea Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
Chelsea Manning is raising money for legal defense fund.
Again?
Yes. Which somebody suggested, and I'm taking the suggestion to start my own fund. You know how I have all my funds.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Fuck That Trader Fund. If you'd like to support Monkey in the Morning, you can donate to the Fuck That Trader Fund over on the Streamy, or by hitting the little dollar sign in the bottom left or right hand corner, depending on what device you're using. It looks like a dollar sign. And you can be like, fuck Chelsea. That's the Fuck Chelsea Fund, y'all. If they wanted to support you, gentlemen, how could they do that?
Oh, they could gives me monies on the Streamlabs or subscribe to my channel. It's Bad Comic Reviews. I also have a Ko-Fi, a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, and something else that I can't even remember.
You have a Subscribe Star too?
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't?
I don't.
Oh, you should get one. It's great. It just sits there doing nothing for me because I don't have any subscribers. Or you can buy one of my books on Amazon.
There you go. How many books do you have on there?
Like 6. I've got a couple books I got to get around to eventually to adding on there.
And Polly, how can they support you, sir?
Well, there's no way you can send me money, but I'd be happy for your support if you just wanted to go by my channel and like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And share with your friends if you think they might be interested.
Voltron says, hey, Monkey, thoughts on reparations? Look, I think anybody alive today who is a slave should get reparations. Otherwise, fuck off. You don't deserve a paycheck because your great-great-grandma was a slave.
So the only people getting money are going to be some Asian girls that worked in a prostitution ring.
Yes.
Human trafficking.
And they should be reparated by the assholes who did it to them.
I agree.
Slavery ended in, was it 1865?
Yeah.
No, it would have been before then. It wasn't in the last year of the Civil War. It would have been like 60. It would have been 63 or 64. No.
No.
Well, the Emancipation Proclamation was before that, but
the Emancipation
freeing of the slaves was like had to be legally done or whatever.
Yeah, the Emancipation Proclamation only did it in the southern states where Lincoln had no power.
I see your point. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, John Migda. Dance Monkey Dance. Okay, but I'm gonna look retarded because I'm crippled. I'm dancing. Y'all can't see it, but I'll describe it for you. I made like little muscles with my arms up and just jiggled back and forth. Yeah, you can fill in the blanks yourself there. Captain Marvel is already getting review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes. How do you know it's being review bombed? How do you know those people aren't honestly saying, look, I watched this movie and I didn't like it?
Criticism is review bombing.
Yeah. They said the same thing about Amy Schumer's special, and you know what? That special sucked. Do you think after Rotten Tomatoes changed their other policy for movies because of this, that they'll do it after this one? Do you think they'll change the actual review system?
Probably.
Joshua says, "You are a fuckhead." Me? That's not very polite. Anyhow, yeah, I've heard about their review bombing the movie. Maybe people just honestly don't like it. Do I think some people are doing that? Yes. And I'm going to say this again. I have no real opinion on the movie. As far as I can tell, looking at the trailer, it's going to be your average Marvel movie with a really bored-looking lead. That's as much as I know about it.
Everybody's saying it's mildly disappointing and kind of boring.
The Peter said, "No more chat tonight. Some shit has happened. I'll be listening though." Oh, dude, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, man.
The people, I thought about this earlier. There's a whole bunch of people who haven't seen this movie who think it's great, and there's a whole bunch of people who haven't seen this movie who thinks it sucks, and they all need to shut the fuck up till they watch the movie. Now, what you can talk about is Brie Larson being a cunt, because that's what started all of the backlash. She's a cunt. Stymie says, "I'll back that statement. You're a dumb fuck." Ooh, do I have fans in the chat tonight? I like when I have fans in the chat. They don't come around very often. But you can never tell if it's somebody who's just, knows me and thinks it's funny. I think it's funny. Captain Marvel 2 will be made. We'll see how this one does.
Well, here, I got a picture that'll keep the haters excited.
Uh-oh. What you got?
As soon as my fucking computer decides to cooperate. It'll be up in a minute. I don't know.
Thank you, Random. Random says he's not smart enough to be a dumb fuck. That's right. And you would know. What the fuck are you having me look at? That's a dude's ass.
It's a dude at the Arnold. See that they get them all oiled up, and then they lift heavy things.
They don't actually lift at the Arnold, do they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do powerlifting and shit.
Oh, I thought they just posed.
What's the Arnold?
See, Arnold Schwarzenegger created the Arnold Sports Festival.
Okay.
And
so we're not talking about the Mr. Universe thing.
No.
Okay.
That's more just posing. This is actually like sporting events. Like here, I'll pull.
Did we lose Jack?
Give me 1 second.
No, he's back now.
Okay, yeah, we lost you for just a second there, Jack.
That's weird. All right. Now I've got a bunch of pictures from this, people doing all sorts of shit. Yeah, they actually have a bunch of sporting competitions.
Hang on, Joshua says, "Fuck, she is a you pick of shit dog, no arms or legs, asshole. You are gay, fuck her dick." Joshua, you got to get better if you're going to do that, man.
Yeah, your grammar sucks.
Yeah. Your grammar sucks worse than your mom. And she's bad at it. She uses teeth. Tell her to stop. I almost thought my screen was lagging. Oh, with Jack going quiet? Nah. We're just doing our part to keep the dead air alive. Jack, why are you looking at pictures of oiled up men?
Yeah. Good.
I took the photos.
Oh, did you? Do you have photos from when they were changing?
No, I'll say that was the best example of that was a hold my beer moment for Jack. It's like, oh, you were looking at pictures. No, I was taking them. I'll have you know.
Yeah, here's Arnold.
Oh shit!
Oops. Yeah, I took this. Yeah, I got a lot of photos. Yeah, there's some wrestling.
Is it male on male oiled wrestling?
I don't think we talked about that on here. I'm glad you brought that up. Did you guys hear about the controversy over the kid who refused to wrestle a girl?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah.
What'd y'all think of that?
I think he made the smart decision where he would get totally Me Too'd.
Yeah. The hand slips in the middle of wrestling, or if he wins, it's you'll beat up on a girl. If he loses, haha, this girl beat him up. Like, you can't win.
There's a lot of crotch grabs and shit like that too. So
yeah, that's what the article we read, that there was two kinds of controversy. Two kinds of responses. The people were like, "Good for you, sir. Way to be gentlemanly," which, by the way, is not the right response either. And then the other ones were like, "How dare you take that away from her?
Right?
She shouldn't.
Yeah,
she shouldn't be there. She shouldn't be wrestling a dude.
Just like this chick shouldn't be showing me where her babies are made."
Wait. I want to see that. See, that's just beautiful. That's an angel right there, is what that is.
Yeah.
Someday she's going to make a man very happy. She's going to vault off the end of the bed and right on his wiener.
Yep.
I should have never started with them beach volleyball pictures. You guys.
Nope. You started the rabbit hole you cannot control, good sir.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure how we got onto Arnold, but okay.
So I was talking about their lifting and how powerful those guys are.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, here we go. Here's a better example of what a real man looks like. Check this shit out. Those are tires. I don't see the girls doing that shit. Yeah, there's the back of some bald dude's head in my way, but check that shit out.
I love that dude on Twitter who did the deadlift at the girls' world record, and then he did it with bench pressing.
Yeah, like these guys are lifting. Seriously, they're tires. These are actual, like, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Like, it's nothing, you know. Yep. Well, obviously they're working for it, but let's see one of those little girls up there doing this shit. Because, I mean, they have some pretty tough chicks at this thing. Don't get me wrong. But these guys are something else. They're beasts. Man, I have a lot of shitty pictures in here.
Was that, like, held down by you? Or did you have to travel for a while to go see that?
Yeah, it was in Columbus. So, yeah, I was there already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't wait for the weekend numbers of this. You know, this picture here makes Brie look kind of Asian. She's not Asian, is she?
No, not even remotely.
It's just the way her bitch face is. It looks like because she's squinting, judging you. It makes her eyes look a little slanty.
Okay. Well, they also darkened up her skin a bit because that's a white bitch. I've seen her. Yeah, that is a touched up picture.
I still hold on to the numbers that I said before. I think it's going to be around 100 mil of, if not more, for the weekend box office for Captain Marvel.
I have trouble believing that. I don't think they're going to get that high.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still hoping that it'll turn out to be an absolute disaster for him. It'll make my day, and I'd love to admit that I was wrong and totally misguessed the situation, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Can we agree it won't hit the $1 billion worldwide total like Black Panther did?
Absolutely, yeah, we can agree on that quite easily.
What if it becomes? I'm sorry.
Oh,
what if it becomes the first Marvel picture to win Best Picture?
Wouldn't that be some shit?
That'll just prove how useless those things are.
Ramen says it'll make 100 million, and that will justify a Captain Marvel 2. If it only makes 100 million, then no, they won't make a Captain Marvel 2. If it does it in its opening weekend, maybe. What do we know what they spent on this movie?
I think 130.
Yeah. They spent almost twice on promotion what they did on production.
So 130, is that counting promotion?
No.
Okay.
No.
So 260.
Probably.
There's no way they're going to make 260 off this movie.
I don't think so. Unless it does massively well in China, I don't see it happening.
Do they like white girls?
I don't know. I mean, I think it kind of depends because they're used to seeing our pop culture.
Are they gonna be like, oh, it's anime? That's a joke because anime always features white people.
It does,
Their
and
own
I'm
movie.
tired of them culturally appropriating my people's looks.
Yeah, because they get our eyes all wrong. They should just be round. Marvel is so rich that even if a movie does better than break even, they will still cancel it for fear of tarnishing their brand. We've already heard the rumor that there's 2 endings to Infinity War based on.
I was talking about this on Comic Book Curation. It is. I have my fingers crossed on that so much. God, I want that to be true. For 2 reasons. One, fuck you, Brie. Haha. Like, you know, it's for the more spiteful reason. The other reason is that they reshot a whole number of scenes. Upwards of 20% is the rumor from unidentified sources or anonymous sources. It was 20% reshoots. But what's clear is that Brie wasn't at any of them.
Yeah, because the rumor, guys, let's make sure they understand what we're talking about here. Is that they went back and reshot a different ending for Infinity War Endgame in case Captain Marvel sucks so much at the box office, they'd have an ending where Captain Marvel wasn't saving the day.
Yeah, I guess
It's not just a rumor. They revisited, they rebooked. That has been established. They were doing reshoots, absolutely, and they revisited sets that they already had gone to, forest sets that they had, I don't know, re-rented the area or whatever you want to call it, got their filming license again, and it was only Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans that were booked for it.
Oh,
and it's
how great would it be that if instead of her, they have Black Widow be the savior?
That is the rumor, is that everything that Captain Marvel did to kind of like swoop in the last second and Mary Sue Deus Ex Machina save the day. It's actually Black Widow and Captain America who do the things that Marvel was doing. And it's like, oh God, please let that be true. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Well,
like,
Black Widow's getting her own movie, and this is Chris Evans' last movie. So I get why a lot of the actors are pissed, supposedly, because Bree's coming in to marry Sue it. So I get why they're pissed. And it sounds like Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, was the most pissed because she actually had like a build up for her character, and then they kind of like, nah, get out of the way.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, by this time, I mean, just give Black Widow her own movie already. She's been in like every Marvel movie, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, they're doing a solo movie for her.
Yeah, and she definitely deserves it. They should have. Yeah, I don't know why they brought in Captain Marvel of all people.
I think they really thought the feminist thing was going to be bigger or more important.
Stymie says, "You ding dongs don't know shit." All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
But I actually don't buy that. I don't think it's they bought into the feminist thing. I think that's where it ended up going once they had already started it. But like, why do Captain Marvel at all? Because the original Avengers team that they were setting up is all their contracts are done, or they're not interested in doing anymore, et cetera, et cetera. The only one that's really left is Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow and Mark fucking Ruffalo, but who cares about him? And again, fingers crossed that he actually is fired, so he won't be back. So what do they have going forward? We know that Marvel Studios and Disney thinks very far into the future. Think about the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 thing. It's like, we need to establish new and bigger characters going into the future. That's why they had Sam coming in as Falcon in the Captain America movies, is that we need the new team, the second team coming up, and we need the super powerful central character. And that's why they rested on Captain Marvel. We need it to be a Whammons. So who's it going to be? And they went through the pantheon and picked that lame character.
Do you think that they will go through with any of the major characters and recast them?
I think they will in a few movies. What they'll do is they'll set up the next Avengers movie and do that without them, and then bring them back with new actors.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so, because just because the actors get old, you don't have to do that with the characters. I hate that in Hollywood. James Bond has taught us that. How many Bonds have there been now?
What, like
6, 7,
6, 7?
8?
Yeah. How many doctors have there been on Doctor Who?
Yeah, I mean, well, and with that one, I mean, they wrote it into the character to make it.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That was. Although for some reason they're still using the same sets they used back in the 60s.
Yeah, well, you know, why waste a perfectly good rock quarry?
We got all this cardboard laying around anyway. That's why I can't watch that show. It reminds me of, even today, it reminds me of Trek from the 60s. And it's like, come on.
Yeah. Trek from the 60s is fine. Paper mache rocks are fine.
Look.
Use your imagination. It's awesome.
In its time, it was excellent, and I can appreciate it that way. But a movie or a show being made today, at least get real rocks, for fuck's sake.
Come on, guys. Let's focus on the mutual hatred of women.
Is it mutual? Okay.
Real quick, in chat, guys, you don't have to bop him. Let him be an ass. That's fine. Unless he starts getting like racist or something, you don't have to time him out. If he's just talking shit to me, I don't care.
Quit bopping him before I can read it.
Oh God. Anyhow, yeah. So about this hating women thing, man, I don't think women need their International Day.
No, it's stupid. What are you supposed to do for these things? They're ridiculous. It's like International Pancake Day.
Real quick,
what does that mean?
James, no problem, dude. It's fine. And if this was Lords of the Night, I'd like, yeah, definitely take care of it. But on here, fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, it's International Pancake Women Day. That'd be a fun time.
Yeah, we could all go to IHOP.
I just wonder if it's gonna get if Captain Marvel's gonna overshadow it this year.
I think it's good. If this movie doesn't do well in the first 2 weeks, it's really going to hurt Avengers in perception, not necessarily because from what I'm hearing, a lot of the special effects didn't look real good, and they said the script was real generic.
Well, like it's a fucking Marvel movie. Most of them are generic.
Yeah, but I mean, like extra special, super generic.
No. I think the problem with this film is going to be that they tried to build it up too much. They wanted the next Black Panther out of this, and it's a character nobody cares about. Nobody knows this character.
Yeah.
And they could have made a very good movie. And again, look at what Ant-Man did. Ant-Man was a character most people didn't know. It came out, it did respectable numbers. And the next time what did it go up by? It went up by 50% in the next for their opening weekend. The next time, you can do that with a smaller character, but they've turned her into the woman who's going to save the universe.
Yeah,
and we all know it's coming. It's
some sort of Hillary Clinton analogy.
It's just, oh my God,
I think they were trying to make her more important than she is. If they just made her a normal, powerful cosmic character, that's fine. If they wanted to have a big, powerful cosmic character to save the day in Avengers, they should have brought in Adam Warlock, because they teased him at the end of one of the Thor movies, and they hinted at him, but he's the one that actually saves the day in Infinity Gauntlet, the book. So I think they really missed the opportunity to bring in a big cosmic character. Captain Marvel's really not that cosmic character.
What about what do you think if they had done this movie, say, 2 years ago instead of now?
I really don't think it would have made any difference.
It depends. I think their marketing is really what hurt them here. I don't think it's when the movie was released. I think it's the way they released it.
Well, what I'm getting at here is I think they've made a huge mistake, because we know she's the Mary Sue. She's going to come save the day. That, at least that was the original plan. And we know it because Nick Fury's beeper, what was it, a pager?
Yeah.
A pager had her little symbol on it. And so we get that tease, and then we get this movie, and it kind of ruins the end of Avengers unless they do change it, because we know what's going to happen. She's coming to save the fucking day.
Yeah. Well, it could be fine if they work it in a reasonable way, but they're not going to do that. She'll just come in and be like, here, girl power, I win.
Girl power.
Or he'll just surrender and be like, I can't fight a woman. You're too independent and strong. And you don't need a man.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Thanos saying something like that. I can't fight you. You're a woman.
You're a woman.
Your independency. Oh, you're so woke.
She's gonna beat him with the power of flat ass.
Yeah. I hate you, sexist bass tread. I don't know what bass tread is, but okay.
It's a confluence of things when it comes to Brie Larson for me. And that's what's causing the bitterness. Like, I'm trying to be self-aware here. It's like, what did she actually do that's got me so upset? And like, it's the things that she did that were annoying, that she said, and that's all they were, annoying. But when you combine them with this kind of like Hollywood elite thinking that I'm Hollywood royalty now, and you combine it with the Instagram culture of sending out pictures of myself all over the world to, fill the hole in my little soul. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, look, here I am over at this place, and here I am over here looking fashionable and just high fashion and runway catwalk ready. All those things seem to come together in Brie Larson to form this like vapid whole of senseless nothing that gets me upset. I
can forgive everything else. When she went full on SJW with this shit, I'm like, no, all right, I'm done. She already had pissed me off with that the stunt with the poor TSA agent.
Yeah.
I was Me Too'd. What happened? He asked for my phone number. And, well, he asked for my phone number.
She comes off as a very pretentious, I'm better than you type of person.
Yes.
And it's that kind of elitism that really kind of got under my skin with the whole TSA thing. Because, how dare he, the little people.
Yeah.
And now with the, like, I don't need a 40-year-old white dude telling me about a wrinkle in time. Well, obviously I didn't need a wrinkle in time. So
but I mean, could there have been a worse thing that she could have said? It wasn't made for you. Oh, I guess this film wasn't either, meaning Captain Marvel. So fuck you, bitch. And then the response from the show media who are going to support her, from all the garbage tier sites, come out and say white fragility. And it's like, no, she actually said it wasn't meant for us. So I'm not going, oh my God, why are you so touchy? I'm not touchy. She said it wasn't meant for us, so I won't go see it then. Fuck you. But what?
Yeah, because personality does matter. Most people, when they go out and give a speech, when they're accepting an award, they don't crap all over the critics. That's never a good idea, especially if that could be interpreted as crapping on your audience. Because if people don't like you, they're not going to go see your movies.
It's amazing to me how many of them have started doing that, basically shitting on the audience. Look, some movies suck. It happens. Most people. Look, Will Smith did Wild Wild West, for fuck's sake.
If he was able to admit it sucked.
Yeah, he just got, that movie sucked. I mean, shit happens.
Yeah, and even that was kind of a fun bad movie.
It was, yeah.
But
it's not like they didn't understand the tone of the film. It's I hear you.
Right.
It was meant to be
silly.
Silly, an element of silliness to it for sure. Yeah.
And I'm just pissed off at how cool he looks as James West.
Right? And it had a giant spider in it that was supposed to.
And that was supposed to be the point, that he was this ultra cool Western character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was supposed to be the thing. I don't really think it sucked as bad as he was making it sound. It's like, I don't think you guys understood that film. Like, it wasn't the greatest film ever, but the only place I screwed up is if I was taking it seriously, because clearly you're not supposed to take this movie seriously,
Well, I think the problem is if you had watched Wild Wild West, or what was it? What was the name? Is that the name of the action show?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If you watch that show took itself seriously most of the time. I mean, they had jokes in it, but the They've done this with so many old movies or old TV shows when they turn them into movies. They did it with like 21 Jump Street. They did it with Dukes of Hazzard. They turned them into jokes.
Oh yeah, there was a Dukes of Hazzard movie.
There was.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of that actually took it the same tone as the TV show was Miami Vice.
Yeah. Well, if they had taken them seriously, like Starsky and Hutch is a great example.
Oh yeah.
That could have been a really fun action movie if they had taken it seriously, but they didn't, and it was just kind of there.
Well, it's almost like they're making fun of my entire youth.
Oh, they are. They are.
And fuck them, because those shows were great.
Yeah, because that's what you had at the time, and they could have just updated it and made it a franchise, because you'll get the nostalgia factor. People love action movies, so they'll go see it again, or they'll see a sequel. I don't know. I think there's more they could have done with that.
21 Jump Street. I actually like the movie.
Yeah, but
it's not 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street was a very serious show, and actually for the time they tackled some pretty hardcore shit.
Oh yeah.
For what show? I'm sorry.
21 Jump Street.
Oh.
You're too young.
Yeah. I mean, I'm aware that it was a show, but I've never seen an episode of it. Johnny Depp was in it, right?
That's why Johnny Depp became a big time actor.
And let's not forget Richard Grieco.
What? That dude should have been on the fast track to fame. And then what's that movie he did?
Oh shit, I don't even remember.
It was like a spy kind of movie.
Yeah, and it just tanked.
It was so bad. It was a movie so bad it ended his fucking career.
Just like Stone Cold did for Brian Bosworth.
Oh yeah.
I was watching a Red Letter Media episode where they did one of the bad old movies at John Stamos when they tried to present him as like, young super hip James Bond, basically.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, was this supposed to be the vehicle to your success, John Stamos? Before you ended up on Full House.
To me, Nick Fury will always be David Hasselhoff.
I keep hearing that reference. What is that referencing?
You want to see pictures?
TV movie where he was Nick Fury.
I've got meme pictures. They're great. David Hasselhoff is like Nick Fury in it. Yeah, well, he looked like the Hoff as Nick Fury, like in cosplay. It was great. Yeah, it really was.
Was this a Nick Fury movie?
Yeah, TV movie.
Hold on, I'll find you a link.
I didn't know they made a fucking Nick Fury movie.
Hold on, I've got more than one picture because hilarity.
No, Samuel L. Jackson will forever be. It's kind of like how Val Kilmer will always be Doc Holliday. Mm-hmm. Sam just owns that role, but I'm curious to see David Hasselhoff.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
He's even got a little beard. It's so long.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Oh, come on, Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome is such garbage.
It is, but they forced me to use it for Hangouts.
Screen share. There we go. And share.
There we go. Oh, he kind of does look like Nick Fury, though.
Right?
He is the last superhero. I don't think this is a good running picture of him, though. He looks like he's like an old man hobbling along there.
He looks how I walk. Wow. What does it say under Nick Fury?
He's hardcore. Look at him.
He looks like him, though.
It says Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. underneath.
Oh, okay.
Nick Fury. Yeah. He does, because I mean you got the eye patch and the shortcut hair and the he does look like Nick Fury. What he's missing is the Reed Richards classic Marvel Comics gray hairline along the side. Yeah. And then here he is. Hell yeah.
Wow.
The Hoff. Look at him. The guy's got a belt full of grenades down here. He's ready for action, man. Fingerless gloves and everything.
Have you seen the movie?
Of this? No. I went looking for it on perfectly legitimate websites and couldn't find it.
There's a link to it in Spanish in the chat.
Why not use the Hangouts app? This is the Hangouts app. Well, this is the one they give us for YouTube. And the other ones that they have, they're getting rid of all of them. So if you're using those, you might want to stop. Real Genius, 1985, and Popcorn. Real Genius was great.
Yeah, I remember that.
Monkey, please, your broke dick ass. What?
I think he wants your dick in his ass.
I mean, I like anal, but with women, dude. I'm not like Roosh V. I mean, women's butts don't make me think of men's butts. Sorry, dude.
Did you already talk about on Lords of the Night? I didn't get a chance to watch it tonight. I was out. Did you talk about the story that Sinatra did a video on about the mayor of the small town and her pollen problem?
No, I put the link in the for that one in the Monkey in the Morning.
This is Fury in Espanol.
Yeah, and the second one's the trailer for it.
Sweet. Real quick before we get to that story, and no, we didn't talk about it. RJ tweeted this at me. I'm not sure why, but thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not opposed either.
Boobs. Awesome. Why is there a used dog pee pad on the back there?
She needs to clean. She got several of them.
Yeah, that dog puppy. Yeah, dog needs training. That's what I learned from that picture.
Oh, right underneath this, it says, "I'm only saying this one more time. My friends have a puppy." Somebody must have asked, why you pissing back there? Anyhow, yeah, several people pointed it out apparently. Oh my goodness. So what was the pollen problem?
Okay, so I'll just put this picture up while I tell the story because it relates. So there's a mayor.
A Trump hat on.
He has a MAGA hat on. The bee does.
Right.
And this will make sense in a minute. Okay. So there's a volunteer mayor of a small town in North Carolina, and she's a volunteer mayor because I think they have 960 constituents. So small town, right? Yeah. And this lady who's a volunteer mayor, her husband comes in and says, "Oh my God, somebody spray painted your car." And they go outside and they take a look at both of their vehicles, and they seem to be covered in a sticky yellow film. And she calls the police because this is a hate crime. And the police show up and they're like, "No, that's pollen." And even after the police saying it was pollen, she holds to the story interviewed by Newsweek Monkey over this. That
Jesus fuck.
So thus the MAGA bees must have gotten to her.
Damn racist bees.
And she's like, this town has a history of this kind of hate because 30, 40, 50 years ago, there were lynchings and other actually horrible things going on. But she even says there was no symbols spray painted or anything of that kind. There were no words, no whatever the fuck, right? It's like, why would anybody just paint your car in this kind of even way? You know, the way pollen tends to fall on a vehicle. I mean, you're from North Carolina. How could you have not had experience? I'm up in the Northeast. Yeah, when pollen comes in and it's on its way soon, and I'm worrying, it piles up in the corners. You can't help but notice. It's yellowish and orangey. It's powdery. It's a little sticky. Oh, yeah. It happens. How did you not know this? And she's in her like late 50s, early 60s. Come on, you just didn't get here yesterday. How do you not know this?
Well, she said that the town has a history of these kind of things. It's like, yeah, the pollen thing happens every year, you stupid bitch.
Right?
And, oh dear God.
No,
they made a story.
Has a racist history every year around spring.
Goddamn bees.
And what kills me about it is that Newsweek, okay, this is a non-story. Like, yeah, you need to give up on this, not actually publish the story and go ahead with it and have her continue to say, it raised so many feelings in me when I saw this. So the story's really about your unfounded fear.
Well, yeah. What Newsweek should have done is made fun of the stupid bitch on International Women's Day.
Yeah.
No, because this could only happen in Trump's America.
Trump and his pollen. I did have a question for you guys. What did you think of the Stan Lee controversy today?
I understand why people are mad.
I get why people are mad as well, and it's like, what is the justification? Because there was a sayonara, good sir, in the movie moment to him, so therefore it becomes justifiable to use a dead man's Twitter account to promote a fucking film. It's morbid and it's a real bad look, you know.
For the audience, Stan Lee's account, his actual account, was promoting Captain Marvel today. And if you didn't know, Stan Lee died 2 months ago, 3 months ago now.
Yeah, I think it was more like 3. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. He's been dead for a little bit, but he came back from the grave to tell us we should go watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's in poor taste, and whoever did that is either really bad at making decisions for marketing, or they're an asshole, because this is not how you breed good publicity.
Yeah, it's just a real bad look. Even if it was well intentioned and you kind of like stepped on a rake and it hit you in the face, like it was a bad move. Good God, I mean,
yeah, it's bad optics. It was a poor decision by somebody, and it's going to be one of those things that lingers around and builds more resentment toward the brand. And Marvel and Disney already have a pretty bad reputation, so continuing to harp and shit all over your fans and their memories of beloved people, that's a really bad idea.
I didn't actually get to see it. They told me about it on Lords of the Night, and I think you guys hit it perfectly. It's just, this was really bad optics, especially with some of the pushback they've got on this. Who thought it was a good idea to, let's use Stan's account to promote this?
Does it not seem like every bit of the promotion for this movie has been like, seriously, who's in charge of this shit over there?
Yes, yeah, it really does. I really think they made a mistake in the way they chose the trailer, and maybe that's, like we talked about it yesterday, maybe that is the good parts, and if it is, holy fuck, holy fuck,
I'm gonna go see it this weekend because I got free passes, but I don't know. I really don't want to at this point. There's so much. It sounds like it's just really bland and boring. What people are saying. So
that was your boy Zach, Diversity in Comics, review of it. He put it up, and Jim Healis said, "Okay, this was his tweet. Okay, it wasn't as bad as people claim. I enjoyed it." Jim was actually excited as fuck. He said it looked awesome. He's going to see it 3 times. That seems like a pretty metered response after having seen the film. And that was my call from the beginning. I don't think it's going to be the worst Marvel film. I don't think it's going to be the most boring. I think it's going to be a very middling film and nowhere near what it's promoted to be. Here is the new superstar of the MCU. I think that it's going to fail in that regard. I don't think it's going to bring in the box office money that they want it to. It's supposed to be a big setup to get more and more excitement. Oh my God, wait till Endgame drops. And if anything, it's like, I can't wait for Endgame to see a good Marvel film is the reaction. It seems to be, you know what I mean? So instead of pulling in 160, 180 mil, I think they're looking more at 100, and it's going to be a disappointment for them.
Endgame deserves the audience it gets. It's going to deserve it earned it.
Hell yeah.
But putting this in front of it, though, really kind of takes away some of that momentum.
It does. That's why I said I really think they probably should have made this movie at least a year ago, maybe 2, because like it kind of kills Endgame.
Yeah.
Again, unless they change it, but putting her in like that, it's like, Jesus, who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. When they first announced the waves of Marvel movies, was she in it?
Captain Marvel?
Yeah, way back when they first.
That's a good question. If you go back and look where they had phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, they changed things, and like, why hold on to a plan forever? Things need to be adjusted. But was Captain Marvel up there in phase 3? That's a good question.
I think she was.
Let's see. Marvel phase 3. Do they actually tell us? Well, this is what actually is in it. What was the plan? Didn't they used to have a poster of this somewhere?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Is this it?
Back in a second. I'm just gonna grab a coffee here.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It would have been at like San Francisco Comic-Con. They would have announced it.
Let's see. Phase 3: Ant-Man, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Defenders. This is from I'm not sure when that poster was made. But yeah, she was not included. This is a conscious decision later in life.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Maybe they'll rethink some other stupid ideas they're having then.
Yeah, we'll see. Whatever happened to Defenders? Did they?
That was a placeholder title because Netflix had the rights to it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Wow. Okay, so I mean, look, yeah, it's okay that they change things, but who was flipping through all of the possible Marvel characters and went, I know, let's get Captain Marvel and let's get Brie Larson to play her. Do you think she sucked a dick for that role?
No, I think she had just won the Oscar for Room.
Ah, okay.
And I bet that's why they grabbed her. They're like, all right, she's young. She's vaguely fits the body type for the character. Let's sign her while it's cheap. And, she's a hot commodity. Get her before she's, too expensive. She's an award winner.
All right. We got to get back to bashing on women. And this one comes to us courtesy of Shoe on Head.
Oh, no.
I don't know where the video is from. This is a video that's on YouTube called What It's Like to Be a Woman Online. And Shu just took a screenshot of it. And apparently it's, telling you all the horrible things you have to deal with. People give you unwanted compliments.
Really?
Really?
That's a first world problem.
You got unwanted compliments. Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you talk to me? Fuck you.
Absolutely dare you. I know I'm pretty. I don't need you. I don't need your validation phallus waiver.
This is the kind of shit that annoys me. And this is when I, sadly, sorry, ladies, I lump you all together here. But this is the shit that women do that make me say their vote shouldn't count. There are women out there who blame men for giving them compliments instead of going, oh, thank you, and moving on with their goddamn day.
Yep.
Oh no, I got a compliment today. I'm gonna need a Valium.
Oh, so horrible. Where's my fainting couch?
You look pretty today, you fucker.
How do these people manage to go through their day-to-day life? Like, it must be so trying just existing.
You know how they do it? Honestly, they have enablers. They have people around them. They're like, you're right. He said that to you, and you didn't give him any indication that he should tell you you're pretty. Meanwhile, she's got pictures up there with her titties hanging out. She's all made up. But remember, women don't make themselves up for men. They don't make themselves up for anybody but themselves.
How dare you objectify her because she's just like a whore?
Oh my God. If that's your problem in life, you have no problem in life, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's always seems like it's a bunch of upper middle class kids with way too much free time and way too much luxury in life. And they want something to be angry about. Instead of being happy and content that they're safe in a first world country where there's adequate police protection in most places and their food is readily available, they don't have to be hunted by monsters.
Let me ask you this. If you were, say, walking to the store and halfway there you passed a woman who said, you look very nice today. Would that cause you problems?
No, I don't care. I'm a man. We don't get those, but hypothetically, yeah, I'd be like, oh, thank you, and move on with my day. If she's pretty, maybe I'll stay and talk to her and try and get her number because that's what we do. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, thank you, and move on with my life. Because I am a normal human being sometimes.
I've actually had that happen many times. I'm a beautiful man.
I am not. So I'm not familiar with this. But
well, it makes you walk a little taller. It makes you smile. It makes your day. Yeah,
because we all want to be a pretty girl.
Nice. I don't understand this. And we saw it with that goddamn 10-hour video where the bitch walked around New York dressed as a whore.
Yeah.
And how are you today, sweetie? Oh my God, that fucker. He said, how are you? And called her sweetie.
And I've seen flirted, rapist.
He didn't even flirt. The guy just said, how are you?
No, but that's how it's interpreted.
Oh, no, I understand that.
Yeah, no, these are a bunch of self-loathing people. They hate themselves, and they want you to hate yourself because happiness is the enemy of misery, and misery thrives off of this. They're so used to being miserable that they think that achieves some sort of happiness. And if they can make you miserable, the little demon of hate that lives inside of them can feed one more day. And just their existence is just all about making other people as miserable as they are, so that they can continue to sustain their evil little existence. Not that I'm bitter.
Jack just went ranting monkey on our asses.
I'm sick of it. People bitch about the dumbest shit. You don't have to worry about getting eaten by a lion. There's no bears in your neighborhood, most likely, looking to scavenge your hut. You're complaining about dumb shit. Somebody said something nice. Fuck you, lady. That's not a complaint. A complaint is some guy grabbed your ass.
Polly, what we're talking about is what's on the screen right there.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
It's a screenshot from a video called "What It's Like to Be a Woman Online," and it's not presented as a good thing.
Well, you know, I tried to go into the reverse direction today, and it totally didn't work. So you can't fucking win with women. I was on Weibo's stream this afternoon for fun, and everyone's always hurling comments at Weibo, so I decided to be that guy and do the opposite. And it wasn't received well. You can't win. I was like, yeah, that was a great video you did, Weebs. I mean, that's when I realized you're not just another pretty face, or even that. And like, that chat was like, "You son of a bitch!" It's like,
yeah, her chat is very loyal.
Absolutely, it's like, come on, as if Weibo isn't beautiful. Everyone knows she is. I mean, it's clear I'm telling a joke here.
She's okay.
Well, I'm just saying. But yeah, she attracts all the weirdos. Just as a side note, very very loyal fans. And then psychos who come after her as a supposed alt-writer. She's got the mix, man.
As a freak magnet, I understand what she's going through. But usually it's just like smelly people and fat chicks that want to hang out. But yeah, I get it. But yeah, I mean, unwanted compliments. Oh, it's such a first world problem. It's not like there's roving rape gangs looking to abduct you and sell you into white slavery.
Well, that's how they make it sound, because if you do, obviously, if you compliment them, obviously, you want to lock them up in your basement.
Right.
No, those people, you're like, hey, does this rag smell like ether to you?
This is a good time to remind you guys that The Ranting Monkey is brought to you by you. If you'd like to, I fucked up my own ad. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so from the Streamlabs link that I threw there, or the $sign down below. Liking the stream, sharing the stream, telling all your friends, using a dry erase marker to maybe put it on dry erase boards or other places where it can be cleaned off easily. Yeah, just tell everybody, bring them here. Bring them here. Also, when you're here, you get to see these wonderful gentlemen like Polly, who has a channel, don't you?
I do, and the link for it is right there. You can swing on by and listen to us do all sorts of fun things in and around as we have conversations about comic books and pop culture and movies and all things related to superheroes and graphic novels and every other damn thing. Every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern or shortly thereafter when Jack decides to show up.
Yeah, keep blaming me. Maybe that'll assuage your guilt.
Jack, you're on that show, but you also have a channel of your own, don't you?
I do, and here's the link for it. It's a lovely channel where I try and do daily comic book reviews.
And try what have you missed a day in
Yeah, I actually missed almost a week once.
Really?
Yeah, but I make up for it in volume.
I was talking about that on Weeb's stream today, that it's like, I didn't realize just how prolific rather, everybody else is other than myself. I mean, Monkey, you're on twice a day, most days, right?
At least.
Yeah,
At least.
like at a minimum once a day, usually twice a day most of the time.
Actually, most of the time I'm on 3 times a day.
God, yeah. Oh, yeah, because gaming too,
Gaming
right?
stream, yeah.
Plus, he guests on Ghost Poo and Sinatra and whatever else. Yeah, Blood Wings.
And then like Jack's on our stream, Comic Book Curation, on just Wednesdays, but then he's also got his own channel, Bad Comic Reviews, and his other channel, but unboxing and jazz like that. He writes books. And then Weebs, I was busting balls just saying like, we got to get prolific like Jack here, Weebs. And she's like, what do you mean? I stream like 3 times a week plus like at least 3 edited videos. What do you mean? And I'm like, okay, so it's just me. I'm lazy. Got it. All right.
Yeah, we're all the beach volleyball players, and you're the fat fuck going, you guys need to do less. Real quick, thank you, James Colley. # Polly abuses Jack.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
Oh my goodness.
But you know what makes me feel better when he does that?
What's that?
Money. Here's my Streamlabs.
Throw some shekels at Jack, guys. He's a wonderful person too. Chicago Mike, thank you so much. Not sure what to say since I'm up at 3 a.m. Chicago time, so here's some money. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm up at it's 4 here, so I feel you, man.
Oh,
actually, sorry, go ahead, Jack.
I want to grab this real quick. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Money for ether.
Oh my goodness.
Ether makes you hazy. You need like chloroform or curare because that inhibits body mobility too.
I don't want to drag him around. You know how heavy a limp body is?
Come on, you're a big guy. You can handle a 120-pound woman, can't you?
I'm lazy.
I
need henchmen.
There was a guy who had been coming at Weebs in her chat.
Gross.
Frank Man is the name he goes by, and it's some ridiculous conspiracy level shit. Mostly some We Was Kangs level memery.
Oh, one of those.
Like he's not. Yeah, it's not memery on his part, but there's a lot of comedic material that can be made out of it. Like, don't you realize how you're all cave people and that we're the only pure humans and so forth, right? Anything of culture that's worthwhile is African in origin, and everything else is a dilution or perversion thereof. Now, you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing it in a very like nonsensical, autistic, "Are you okay, buddy?" kind of way, you know. And it was. She mentioned? Did you ever see? Because it got into some Egypt things. The video that I did back in the day when I debated with, and it was Radio 1 was the person's name, I believe. Yeah. For those of you in chat who haven't seen it, I can't recommend watching that enough. And I told Weebs, I said, like, that was the video for me where you made your bones, as far as I'm concerned. Because that was like, she had no notes in front of her. It was pure what she came with, like, in her mind, what she remembered. And she dismantles the guy like Ben Shapiro level expertise. It was impressive. This guy had brought notes. You could hear papers shuffling. You could hear keys clicking as he was looking different things up. Weebo had it all memorized, man, just out of personal interest, you know. Yeah, it's absolutely worth going back and watching this blonde white girl take apart this guy who's supposedly an expert on Egyptology. It was classic.
Real quick, Jordan made this comic, and I just want to say, and I have no problem saying this, I've been through worse than labor. I just want to throw that out there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with his pain level?
With my issues? Yeah.
Yeah. I've had like 5 kidney stones, so.
My ex-girlfriend she had this saying that she used a frightening amount of the time. Like, she had never had a child, had never been pregnant, okay? But she would talk about childbirth as if it was like her personal badge of honor, because she knew that someday she was going to have to put up with it, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And she's like, until a man is willing to pull a Cabbage Patch doll out of his butt, I don't want to hear about pain from you.
Hey, man, I passed a kidney stone so big they thought they were going to have to do surgery. And let me tell you, the tube down there, that don't stretch.
Yeah, it's not made to do that.
And kidney stones are like spiky and sharp, right?
Yeah, and they hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I would imagine. Jesus, that's something.
Yeah.
ever.
What do you got to do to avoid them again? I'll do it, whatever it is.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
I don't do that, and I don't know. So far I've been lucky.
It's a genetics thing. Some people are more predisposed.
My best friend, dude, he has them all the fucking time. My friend with Crohn's, when the Crohn's started, he started getting kidney stones, and he gets them like 3 times a year at least. It's to the point now he's like, that one wasn't too bad. I'm like, fuck off. No. Yeah. I will put what's happened to me up against childbirth any day of the fucking week. I don't know anybody who still in pain from childbirth 2 years later.
Oh, Jesus. Faithless said, I had kidney stones, herniated a disc, and got typhus all at the same time.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Dude, what deity did you piss off?
No shit.
What is typhus? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Dude, that's one of those diseases that like we don't get anymore because of sanitation issues. You know, that's more like a second, third world kind of thing. I don't even know anyone that's had typhus.
There's several different kinds of it, but it's basically fever, headache, rash. It's an infection.
Yeah, it's one of those things you get with like cholera or dysentery. You know, it's not something the average person will come in contact with these days.
Here, what does typhus do to the human body? If left untreated, typhus can have serious effects on the body. Causes inflamed blood vessels, which in turn can cause a dramatic drop in blood pressure as well as internal bleeding. They also may suffer from kidney failure or swelling of the liver and spleen.
And
that sounds fun.
That sounds awful.
I have to tell you about the guy I worked with that cut his own hemorrhoids with an X-Acto knife. What the fuck?
You have to tell us? I don't think you do.
Yeah, I can live with the mystery, man.
Why would he do that?
The expense of having hemorrhoids lanced? Are you supposed to have hemorrhoids lanced?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out.
Get some preparation H or something. Typhus has shown up big time in the California homeless population. I'm shocked with all the illegals coming in.
Yeah, well, I mean, homeless
population
lives like they're in Jakarta. You know, it's not exactly a sanitary environment. So, yeah, it's one of those things like yellow fever. We don't quarantine Memphis anymore because the outbreak of yellow fever hasn't happened since they started changing the way water was stored. There's not cisterns all over the place. The sanitation has changed a lot of things. We used to have to quarantine, like New York City was quarantined for typhus and then cholera in the 1880s, I think it was. And Memphis was quarantined for yellow fever in 1893 and 1897. And New Orleans, same thing. So we used to have all these outbreaks, and then people are like, hey, maybe we should not poop upstream.
Okay, I got a question.
Sure, what's up?
Moment of worst pain you've ever felt. Does it stand out as a flashbulb memory?
Give me just a second. Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I feel your pain. I survived Larson's acting. Wow. The absolute worst pain I've ever been in my life was because of this. Before they got me on medicines that were working, where the fuck,
right?
There was one day, my just everything below my neck, except my arms. My arms never hurt. It's always everything else. But it was so bad, I couldn't stand up. I ended up on the floor, writhing and crying and snotting all over the place. It just hurt so bad. And yeah, I was like that for about 4 hours.
Huh.
Damn.
That Jack. Okay, Jack.
I don't know. I've had several aside from kidney stones, which were like long-term things.
Mm-hmm.
I got stabbed once. That was pretty painful.
How'd you get stabbed?
I worked at a juvenile correction.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, and So I got stabbed there. And then once, probably the most painful thing was I got punched by a mentally retarded kid. And they don't hold back.
They got that super strength.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die. That he was trying to rape one of my coworkers.
Oh, wow.
Punched where?
Yeah, it went badly. Like,
where'd he hit you?
In the face. Like,
Ooh.
you know how they say when you see stars?
Yeah.
It was like that. And I started to black out, and I knew if I blacked out, I was going to die. And thankfully, I didn't, because he kept hitting me, and I have never been punched that hard in my life. And he was a big kid, too. But, yeah, that was a fight to the death sort of thing. So,
yeah, hard strength ain't nothing to mess with, man.
Yeah, there was no help around. It was like a late in the afternoon, so most people had gone home, and we're in the kitchen with an unlocked knife drawer, and I'm like, oh God, he's gonna kill me.
Jesus.
And this girl I was working with, she was like 5'2", and her clothes are all ripped up, and she's just sitting there crying. So that was brutal. I had left with severe bruising. I had like 5 bruised ribs, and he bit me a few times. Yeah, that was probably the most pain I'd ever been in.
What about you, Polly?
Okay, so I broke my knee. And
damn.
like the actual joint, and like your knee is basically like a cup and ball kind of thing. Yeah. The side of the cup got busted right out. As the
Ooh.
Yeah, so the ball busted out the side of the cup, and it was powder. I saw the fragments, really. I saw the X-ray. It was brutal. Anyway, so I go into surgery, and they needed to take they needed bone to reconstruct my knee joint, so they took it out of my hip.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right? Yeah. So the 6 screws and a metal plate and other bone structures from elsewhere in my body, specifically my hip, and then my knee joints reconstructed. The doctor did a fan-fucking-tastic job. No pain, no lack of mobility to the day. Out fucking standing. So I can't complain about that. However, so there I am, like after I've come out of surgery, right, and I've got the incision on my hip, right. That was worse pain than the knee. The knee really hurt. Don't get me wrong, really fucking hurt, but nothing like that. Having a part of your bone, part of your hip sawed off with a surgical saw. So I'm laying there in bed in the hospital after recovery, and I sneezed.
Oh.
And it was like, achoo! And I seized up, and I'll never forget that moment. I was like, oh, this pain is transcendent. I'm seeing through time. Like, I wasn't yelping or anything. I was just sitting there in amazement that this level of agony is even possible. It was... And I told the doctor about it later, and the motherfucker said to me, well, don't sneeze. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, asshole.
He goes, well, we're not giving you any morphine? And I'm like, no. Well, he goes, well, I got to talk to the nurse about that. It's like, oh, you guys are just great. It was, yeah, so there's my little pain story when I sneezed after having a piece of my hip taken out.
They only took a tiny piece of my hip out when they did my first surgery. My first neck, because they don't do that anymore. At least the new doctor didn't. But they had to take a piece of the bone out there to put in my neck. And yeah, that hurt way more than what they did to my neck, even though there was a lot more done to my neck.
You have a lot of nerves in your pelvis area, though.
Oh man, that was rough for like a week. The neck, I mean, it wasn't that bad after the first day. The incision was really sore that first day. But then, yeah, for like the next month, it was my fucking hip. And I swear to God, they left something in me. Little fuckers left something in there.
And you're not wrong, Jack, about like pelvic injuries and nerves around the pelvis, because luckily / unluckily, a guy who was in the room right across from me had a motorcycle accident and had broke his pelvis in like 3-4 places.
Ooh.
The things I heard this guy say, the moaning that I heard coming from this guy, it gave me a whole perspective on, yeah, okay, you know what? I'm going to be on crutches for 6 weeks. My hip hurts like hell. I'm fine. I'm cool. It's cool. Like, because the things that was happening with this guy, just, how the nurses, when you're immobile, will kind of roll you they change the bed. They will roll you one way and roll the sheets and then roll you the other way. Yeah. Imagine with your pelvis broken in 3 or 4 places, them rolling you.
Not fuck that. Leave the sheets alone.
And he was grown man, and I could understand it. There's no shame in this for this guy, but he was crying and whimpering, leave me, I don't want you to change the sheets. And they were like, we can't leave you, it's been 2 days, sir, you're going to develop bed sores. And he's like, I don't fucking care. Like the whole thing, it was just harrowing experience to listen to that, man.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, that sucks. That's why I don't ride a motorcycle.
That's why I don't leave my house. Good morning, Bear.
Good morning, and that's exactly the reason why I don't leave mine.
How you doing, sir?
I'm not too bad, boys. How are we?
Oh, hanging in there. You missed it yesterday, guys. Right after we got off, Bear joined. No, we're ripping on women today, man.
Well, it sounds like you're talking about accident stories, not ripping into women.
Well, that started because of the whole notion that men can never know. We'll never know the pain of childbirth, which is the worst thing ever, ever, ever.
Mm.
Blow me.
I beg to fucking differ, son.
Yeah, your pussy's meant to do that. Shut up. It's actually how the species propagates. Stop it.
It's sort of like what they're supposed to do.
Anytime I hear a woman bitch about that, I'm like, do you realize I shoot out millions of children at a time? Do you know how painful that is?
Yeah, every time you ejaculate, it's like you're at Auschwitz.
Yeah, Jesus fuck.
Most of them are gonna die statistically.
Oh my god.
Women just push out one child at a time. We push out millions.
Millions.
Yeah, that makes their uterus the ovens.
Yeah. God damn it. Oh,
You ever been kicked in the dick? Oh, mate, I remember going to a youth club when I was a wee burn and getting hit in the dick, like right in the bell end with a basketball.
Oh.
I saw some guys fighting one time on the soccer field and or football field for Bear, and the one dude kicked the other guy right in the nuts with his cleats, and you just see this red stain forming on the guy's shorts.
Oh,
and he looks down. Oh man, that was brutal.
Being hit in the coccyx as well always fucking really hurts. Your tailbone.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Very painful.
I thought I broke mine once. But yeah, I just bruised it really bad, and it was trying to sit for the next week sucked. I know people have broken mine. I don't know how you dealt with that. Probably when my wife was, what was she, 11 or so? She broke her knee running, and actually they didn't think she'd ever walk again. But the doctor, they came in and she told me the story. They're holding her leg out on the bed to see how much mobility there was after the surgery. And he just dropped her fucking leg. And it didn't bend at all.
Oh my God.
It just caused her to scream and kind of jump up out of the fucking off the bed. Doctors are assholes, man. You could have done that slowly. You didn't have to just drop it like you're throwing a kid into the pool to teach him to swim.
Yeah, man, fucking this shit the NHS is, monkey. When I was in year 10, that's like the second to the penultimate year, if you will, of high school when I was in high school, and we were doing a mock science kind of like final exam, and my liver inflamed during the exam.
Oh.
And it started off very slowly, and then it sort of just happened at once. And I threw up everywhere and couldn't fucking move. I got taken to hospital. The first, I got seen by 14 different doctors that day, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, and the first one was like, he was like a noob doctor. You could
nice.
tell because he was like apologizing every time he hurt me. And then the second one came along. This dude did not ask for consent. He fucking grabs me by the leg. He fucking pulls it as hard as he can. I go halfway down the bloody bed, which really fucking hurts because, my liver's inflamed. And then he shoves his hand down my underwear to grab my balls to check those without telling me. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, get off my nuts.
Yeah, you got to warn somebody before you grab their nuts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's rape.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure that was a doctor and not just like some homeless guy?
It was a janitor who found a coat.
They gave me some pethidine afterwards. I was exceedingly high. It was fantastic. I enjoyed it very much.
Now,
But yeah, he got sworn at for that. Like,
after I hurt my neck the first time, because it was through workman's comp, they made me do everything before surgery, including go to a what's it called, physical therapy, and they would give me, like, try to rub my shoulder, and if I made the slightest ow sound, okay, we're done, because, you know, neck problem, they don't want to make anything worse.
Yeah.
Well, then I had my surgery and I went back to those same people for physical therapy, and you'd have thought I banged their mom without calling back. If I said ow, they were like, "That's a take it, bitch." Like, yeah, like, no, because they couldn't hurt me anymore at that point, so it will make it worse. So yeah, they fucked me up. But the one girl was cute, so it's like, go ahead and do it.
They're all into a bunch of sadists.
Like, do what you got to do.
Monkeys
Oh
are
man.
masochists.
I have one more thing I have to talk about. Emma Watson just posted this, and I'm glad you're here, Bear, because maybe you can help me with this.
Oh, not Emma Watson.
She says, on International Women's Day 2019, I encourage you to sign Fern Champion's petition and demand that Theresa May guarantees sustained funding for rape crisis E&W support services so the survivors of sexual violence can access the support they need. What is she taking money away from rape stuff?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the first I've heard of it. Anyway, she has been. She recently refused extra funding for the police, which we sorely need at the moment, and she's even ignoring her own MPs when it comes to this kind of stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if she had been defunding the women's services as well.
Polly, I actually wanted to talk about this because of you. She attached this picture to that post. She wants money for rape survivors. But look how pretty she is.
Yeah.
Stupid hat.
For those in the cheap seats, her shirt says, "My body, my choice."
Yeah, my body's covering the titties and my choice is covering the vagina.
Okay, so she's... Okay. I was looking at pictures of the England beach volleyball team. What happened here?
She posted out a tweet asking Theresa May not to cut funding for rape survivors.
Right.
And she attached this picture to that tweet.
She looks like a small boy.
This is like, it's... I swear, these people have like a catalog on their phone of pictures ready to go for all these different purposes, and they're all staged. Like her, she's got a chunky little fedora on, and you know.
This is not staged, Polly. She was sitting normal, looking out the back window of the car. For some reason, she was sitting in the car by herself.
Right.
And somebody just happened to snap this photo, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's totally believable. No, if she wanted to have an appropriate picture, she should have like a black eye and some like.
She needs to clean the shit up in the back of her car. There, look at all that crap on the floor.
If she cried a bit, she might be a bit more attractive.
Yeah, but she needs to grow her hair long again so she doesn't. You won't confuse her for a boy and be like, "Whoa, I didn't just try and Michael Jackson somebody, did I?"
I just love that. Look, we need to make sure rape survivors have money. But look how cute I am in this hat.
Yeah, see, no, because
that's what I mean. It's just, what the fuck.
If I take her to a movie the way she looks right there, people are gonna think she's my son and then give her the kids rate. And then, then the hand job will look weird.
Bear, you know,
we've had austerity going now for quite some time, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was also added to the list at some point.
You know, it's International Women's Day, right?
Today?
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you celebrating?
I didn't know it was International Women's Day, but I think maybe we should get a look at Stacey Dash to celebrate it. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't looked at Stacey in a couple of days, actually.
What's wrong with you, monkey?
I've been busy, and then I spent most of today playing Tropico 6. That actually looks like a fun game.
Oh, I want to go. I like Tropico.
Did you get the free weekend?
No.
Oh, I tweeted it out. Yeah, they I think they're going until 6 tomorrow.
Oh, so I can still get a go.
Yeah, if you download it, they have a don't try to download Tropico 6. There's Tropico 6 beta. And it's got most of the features in it. There's about half of the maps you can use. Yeah, lots of good stuff.
Cool.
Beta filled with soy.
Filled with soy? What are you talking about?
Betas.
Not that kind of beta.
Oh, my bad.
Basic bitch Tropico game.
Yeah. What, does it watch Tropico 5 have sex with its wife?
Oh no. Well, Tropico 5 was kind of a fucked up game. I played Tropico 1 through 4, and when they released 5, those little dirty shits, they took half of the stuff that had been in all of the other games and turned it into DLC.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And we're talking like $5-6 each. And a whole bunch of the fans are like, "Nah, fuck y'all." I finally picked up 5 when I got it on sale for like the whole package for like $10 or something. But yeah, 6 is awesome so far. I'm gonna miss it when the beta ends. Thank you, James Colley, who says, "All hail Lord Bear."
Yes. Or hail him.
What time is it over there, man? Like 11?
No, it's 23 past 9.
Oh yeah, 5 hours. I don't know what the fuck I was at. No, I did 7. Damn.
You guys have a lot larger channels than I do.
Thank you.
Something happened. Well, meant as a statement of fact, not as a compliment. Let's move on. So I did notice something that happened today that has happened before, where I'll lose 10 subs at once, which a whole bunch of people could have left. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But lost like 35 views on the last video that I had. And the comp curation's like pulling like over 200 views now, which I'm happy about. It's on a steady increase. You know, it's not anywhere near compared to the views you guys are getting. But have you ever noticed that the views suddenly dramatically drop and then slowly increase back over the rest of the day?
There was a big glitch yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been complaints about that, where people, as soon as they upload, they lose subscribers. I've never had it happen. But yeah, that's been a complaint for a lot of channels for over a year now.
Yeah, my views go down kind of randomly. So I don't know what that's all about. The subscriber thing, I couldn't tell you. I don't have enough.
I don't know. I refuse to look in metrics. Like the analytics that are available in the dashboard is good enough for me. Like meaning number of views, number of subscribers, and number of subscribers the last 28 days. I don't know. Maybe it's irresponsible of me trying to grow a channel to not look into metrics further, but it's a rabbit hole I don't want to fall down. Start chasing numbers and shit. I don't want to do it.
Well, you got to chase them a little bit. Oh wow, yeah, I did take a big dip yesterday, and then it came right back. That's weird.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was wondering, like, if you lose a whole bunch of subs, do you lose the views that those subs accounted for?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Steven Sperling said, maybe you can unsee things.
What happens, it looks like YouTube probably went through and did a clean out again. They do this from time to time. They'll go through and get rid of accounts that they've decided are not real.
But over the last 24 hours, they've all come back. Like they re-corrected for it.
Well, they make mistakes sometimes too. With the drop I had, I would say they did that again. I know they were working on it with other people. There was somebody. Oh, PewDiePie. PewDiePie just got hit with that. That's how what is it, T series? Whatever the one that he's, going back and forth with most subscribers with, they got ahead of him for a day, half a day, because they went through and did that on his channel.
Well, when you're up to, what is he, like 55 million subs?
Oh God, he's a lot more than that, isn't he? I don't know. What is Pewds at now?
It was like 85 million, I thought.
85.
Yeah.
How do I opt in for this beta?
It should just have a download button.
It doesn't at the moment. It just says
to
buy it.
I wonder if it ended. Hang on, let me see. The article I read said it was going to be open till 6 Friday.
Yeah, I think with the YouTube thing, it's sort of like a rolling brownout. Every now and then, these things just sort of happen.
Yeah, there was a bit of a glitch yesterday. One of Sinatra's videos that had like 96,000 views or something dropped down to 36,000 views, and then it shot back up to like 80 odd. I don't know whether it's fully recovered or not though.
Okay, Bear, in your search bar, just search for Tropico.
I'm on the store page right now.
For Tropico 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the right page.
Oh.
Just do a search for Tropico, and there should be one.
Ah, there it is. I see it. Thank you very much, Lee. Oh, I've got 8 hours.
Dude, it's worth it. If you like Tropico, it's a good time.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Tropico 4.
5 wasn't bad once you got all the DLC.
Yeah, I only bought like one of the DLC. I didn't want to spend money on just a single building for the rest of them. So
no, like I said, I got the entire package for like $10 on one of their sales. So,
oh, nice.
But with that, guys, we're over the 2-hour mark, and I didn't nap. I've been up since like 11 yesterday, so I'm gonna go to bed. Chat, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, and thank you for your generosity with the donations. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. You complete me. Bear, anything you'd like to shill today?
Yeah, I put out a video on the main channel yesterday doing a response video to Neon Fiona.
Oh, God.
So it's Neon Fiona on Trans Trenders. I shall get you the link.
I watched that video of yours. How did you edit that together? I'm not gonna lie, Bear. I had to turn it off 2/3 of the way through because of her. I couldn't take it.
She's a young cut ninja, isn't she?
Man, when she's talking and then maybe their arms are flying and just
Best flailer.
She's like one of those fucking air inflated attention grabbing men, the flailing arm tube men. You know, that's what she's like. The arms are just fucking going while she's talking.
Wacky, wailing, inflatable tube man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called her on her ADHD about halfway through the video.
And it's like, if you're going to edit together a video, why don't you just cut in new things instead of putting a full screen of block text over your face while you're talking?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
If you wanted to add that in, re-record it. Fuck.
I think it's really annoying because her face detracts from the text. She should just leave the text up. Take her ugly face off.
Polly, anything you'd like to shill?
Yeah, well, the Bear's getting that link there. Oh, hold on.
I've already put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of links in chat, there's the link to my channel where you can come over where we do comic book curation every Wednesday, as you guys have heard. But we're also Jack, Inquisitor, and myself are getting ready to do a review series on a certain animated series, and I won't drop which one. It'll be fun. And I'm also doing my own individual comic book pitch videos, which should also be fun. So yeah, check it out. More to come.
And Jack, anything you'd like to shill today?
Well, I'm going to throw my channel link in the description, but I think everybody should go subscribe to these fine gentlemen and put more likes on this stream.
Indeed, indeed. Let's see, what is today? Friday, right? We will be on Scribe Light's channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Lords of the Night, and then we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus playing, I think, Borderlands 2. And we'll probably be giving away a game, too. So come check that out. It's a lot of fun. But with that, guys, I'd like to thank Bear, Polly, and Jack, and everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.